This is Agent Sharon Carter of S.H.I.E.L.D., Special Service. Well, not anymore, but I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the beginning. Captain Steve Rogers' morning exercise was interrupted by a mission to rescue hostages on one of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s mobile satellite launch ships. The crew had been captured by the extremely dangerous Georges Batroc, and it was up to Captain America to bring them home safe and sound. Unfortunately for Cap, his splashy entrance meant he'd literally miss the boat. He would need help from the all-around nice guy Brock Rumlow, along with his strike team, to ensure the rest of the mission would be nothing but smooth sailing.
Hold on, Cap. I'll find a way to get you up here.
I feel like I'm gonna sink right to the floor.
YouTube, welcome to the next episode in our LEGO Marvel Avengers series. I figured it out, guys. We're gonna call all the episodes from here on out for LEGO Marvel Avengers the DLC episodes. I know this isn't technically a DLC episode or a DLC level, but it's not part of the main story essentially, so it might as well be.
Sometimes the best strategy is just to improvise.
Who didn't like Winter Soldier? Man, I reckon this is one of Marvel's best movies. For me, this took Marvel from being like your classic comic book franchise, and it put such a huge spin on it with the espionage, the secret reveal that S.H.I.E.L.D. the whole time was Hydra. You know, whether or not that was always the case in, you know, like the first Iron Man and Thor and stuff like that. It was a huge spin, and I thought it was fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, I truly did really enjoy this flick. And the way it kind of revived Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV series as well, because that series was kind of trash, for a lack of a better term, until the S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra reveal happened, and then things really started to pick up for that show. I was also pretty hyped when I heard that former UFC champion Georges St. Pierre was going to be in the film. I didn't know what kind of a role he was going to have because I had no idea what kind of acting chops he had, but thankfully it was kind of alright. You know, he was... I'm not going to say he played himself because he's not a bad guy at all. Seems like one of the nicest people ever, but you know, he played essentially like a martial artist assassin, more or less. Also called Georges. Teaming up with our buddy Crossbones. Might remember him from... Gosh, that's got to be Civil War, right? And obviously Winter Soldier. And Avengers Endgame.
Cap, we need to take care of that turret.
Oh, we're just straight up missing there. My bad.
This cargo bay. We need to find a way across.
Duty calls.
Not to praise Winter Soldier, the film, too much, but also, can we take a moment to appreciate the battle between Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Captain America, etc. on that bridge, where it's kind of revealed who he is. There's a moment in that fight where, like, Black Widow, I think, gets shot, and you're kind of sitting there like, could she die, you know? But it also really goes to show, like, because you know her as being badass up until that point. So someone that's out shooting her and out fighting her, you know that, you know, that must be one hell of a foe. So it was really well done. In hindsight, I don't know if they've captured, you know, captured some of these moments as well in recent films. We got Ant-Man Quantumania releasing in a couple of weeks. Maybe just under a couple of weeks at this stage. Very, very keen to go see it.
Surprised they haven't raised a pirate flag yet. I've always had a
I'm low-key
kind of
like
and crossbones.
unpopular opinion. I'm kind of hoping that Ant-Man dies. Not because I have anything against Ant-Man, but I think like something needs to happen that makes Kang look formidable. You know, that makes him almost to a degree look like a bigger villain than Thanos. And what better way of doing that than taking out an Avenger and also motivating the new generation of Avengers. You know, Cassie Lang would be extremely motivated after, you know, this guy essentially took her father away just after she got him back. The trailer also kind of like implies that Ant-Man's going to sacrifice it all for his daughter, but I think because the trailer hints at it so heavily, I don't think that's going to be the case. So I think it'll probably be like Hank Pym or Hope, you know, that go, but yeah, that's just me. We'll see.
We got him, Cap. Let's show what happens to guys who mess with S.H.I.E.L.D.
If you ask my partner, I'm always wanting someone to, in a series or a movie, I'm always wanting someone to die because, you know, death's such a good motivator. And like in Game of Thrones, you know, once it's all on, you know, on the table, like anyone's fair game, it raises the stakes, and then you never know what could possibly happen.
Captain America had defeated Batroc and rescued the hostages, but was surprised to discover Black Widow going against orders by retrieving data from the ship's computer. Rogers demanded an explanation from Director Fury and was told about Project Insight, a plan to supposedly protect the world by connecting 3 helicarriers together. Disliking the idea because it would mean living in a world controlled by fear, Cap soon found himself on the run with Black Widow and his new friend, the Falcon. Together, they learned that high-ranking World Security Council member Alexander Pierce had turned his back on Fury and was going to use Project Insight to allow Hydra to rule the world. Oh, and then they ran into the Winter Soldier.
Dun, dun, dun. What's this car made out of? Vibranium? I mean, if that car didn't crack under like that, I mean, this car doesn't bust. Kind of wish before I had done these quote-unquote DLC levels that maybe I had gone back through some of the other levels and recovered some red bricks to get like fast building and stuff like that. Gee, that would have been a smart idea. Oh well. I always think when I'm playing through Lego games that I wish I had the red bricks, and I never have the red bricks, so you know, it's not the end of the world. This guy, though, with his little minigun. Oh, he's in trouble now. I really do miss the old, like, badass Winter Soldier from obviously the Winter Soldier movie, but also Civil War. You know, he was kind of alright in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but you know, the really awesome Bucky, I think, in my opinion, was earlier Bucky, before he kind of regained his conscience and stuff like that. What are we doing here? Are we building something or no? Oh, we're building. Okay.
As the fighting continued, the identity of the Winter Soldier was dramatically revealed. It was Steve's oldest friend, James Buchanan Barnes. As a result of Arnim Zola's experiments, Bucky had survived his fall from the train and had been brainwashed to serve Hydra. After escaping from Brock Rumlow's strike team, Cap and his friends reunited with Maria Hill and Nick Fury to come up with a plan to stop Project Insight. Their only hope was to reprogram the helicarriers so they would destroy each other, ending Hydra's evil schemes. After many grueling battles, Cap and the Falcon approached the final helicarrier console, but found the Winter Soldier standing in their way.
Please don't make me do this.
You're not my friend. You're my mission.
Me. Okay, he's not as strong as Cap.
Sorry!
Yeet. I got this, Cat. That's some pretty smooth flying by Falcon there. Just saying. I think we have so many bad guys right now.
Just doing what needed to be done.
Oh, we got True Avenger. Isn't that fine and dandy? I wonder if that'll mean 1 achievement or 2 achievements at the end of the level. You know, I might be setting the bar quite low with this, but throughout this whole game, and probably every like Marvel Lego game I've played, I'm always saying that they should do like an MCU, sort of like a Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, but with the MCU for like Phase 1, 2, and 3. They could totally do this the way this level's kind of set up, you know, where one level is like a movie. You know, they could totally do that, where you kind of brush over it quite a bit, but you get the main gist of the movie. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you guys need it to be like more than that, or would that be okay, or, you know? I just think it'd be really hard for them to do like a full-blown MCU, you know, nearly up to 30 movies, and squeeze it into like 45 levels.
Stop calling me Bucky.
Your name is James Buchanan Barnes.
But they sort of did this whole like comic book or comic slide thing for the DLC for Lego Marvel Avengers 2.
I'm with you.
And I enjoyed it. I'm just always down for more content. More things to do, more levels. This has been a very, very straightforward level though. As we die. You know, what I mean by that is like the puzzles haven't been crazy complicated or, you know, ambiguous. It's been relatively just, you know, A to B. And personally, that's my favorite kind of level.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier concluded their epic battle when Cap decided he didn't want to hurt his friend and refused to fight back. Project Insight was stopped when the helicarriers were brought down, but in the process, the entire S.H.I.E.L.D. organization was also completely destroyed. Sure didn't see that one coming. Oh, but it's okay. I got a new job. I knew you were worried about me. Captain America and the Falcon fell from the helicarrier into the water, but were saved by Bucky. Maybe there's hope for him after all? You're probably wondering how I know all this. Well, let's just say I live next to Steve, and I'm kind of a nosy neighbor. Do you want me to write this down?
Alrighty guys, well that brings us to the end of the level. As you can see by the achievement, Lack of Insight. I kind of dug it. I mean, like I said again, it's not DLC, but it's kind of DLC. It's like post-game content. Yeah, I kind of dug the short, brisk level, separate from the story. If you guys enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!
Regular gaming.